God has his ways of doing things. For example, he told you to take your tithes to the house of God. He didn't tell you to give your tithe to your grandmother. Are you listening to this? You can't use your tithe to do good, no matter how good the work is. You can't give your tithes to a suffering person because the person is suffering, so you're going to give him money, you give him your tithes. You can't give him your tithes. Why? Because, you see, the tithe belongs to God. The first fruit is also the same. The first fruit is not something you decide whether or not you're going to give to God. The first fruit belongs to God. He lays claim on the first fruit. You see that? Now, that is your assurance of prosperity.
So you have heard him right. This is a pastor, People's Pastor, Pastor Chris Oyakilomi. First of all, Pastor Chris, for you to make this type of statement, it has showed me that you're not a real man of God. I don't care what people will say. Yeah, I don't really care what people will say. So I should not help my grandmom or my mom or my siblings or my dad, people that are about to, that I should not help them with my tithe. You guys say that God is great, God is powerful, God is the God of universe, he owns the entire world. So why can't God sort himself out? So I shouldn't give my tithe, I shouldn't use my tithe to help the needy when God has already told us to, care for the poor, care for those who are in need, care for everybody, love everybody. So God can't sort himself out. Except I give him my tithe, God will not bless me except I give him my first fruit. Guys, I don't really understand. This is why I said in my last video that Christianity is monetized, is the most fraudulent religion in the entire world, and I will keep saying it. This is the type of post that I can't keep quiet on. I can't stay mute on because, of course, my siblings might be there, my mom might be there, my dad might be there listening to that preaching. So I can't let it sink into their brain. It is a lie. You're not a real man of God. Yeah, you're not real. For you to say this thing, you're not real. Let me tell you straight up to your face, you're not a real man of God. I don't care what people will say, because your gullible members will still defend you. They won't see anything wrong in this teaching or this preaching. You're not a real man of God. I will keep saying it. I remember back in the 2004 when my grandma was blind. My grandma was blind. So one of our sister took her to Pastor Chris crusade back then in Port Harcourt. They had it in Nelikaya. So my grandmom is blind, was blind then. They took her to that place. They couldn't hear her. But we keep seeing on TVs, people they hear, but where they took my grandmom to that place, they couldn't hear her. Now you're telling the congregation, the entire world, that nobody is obligated to help anybody with God's tithe. So I should watch people die because I want to give my tithe to God. I should watch people perish because I want to give my tithe to God. God, 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 I'm calling on you. See what your people is doing. See what your men of God, your pastors are doing to you guys. God, I'm calling on you. Come and take control over this thing. Come and end this world. Christianity got nothing on me. Christianity got nothing on me. I am the happiest man on earth. You know why? I don't owe anybody my tithe. I don't believe in heaven and hell. I don't owe anybody my offering, my seed. So that is why I am the happiest person on earth. This is the type of preaching that we always talk about in Christianity. So to those of you who are Christian, please, I want you to be honest with yourself. Be honest with the God that you are serving. What Pastor Chris said in this video, I want you to be honest with what Pastor Chris said in this video. Does it make sense in your ear that we shouldn't help those who are dying with God's tithe? So Pastor Chris, I want to ask you, can you give us that God account number? Provide God's account number so that we can, transfer the money into God's account directly instead of passing through you. We want to have God's account number so that we can be putting that tithe straight to God account, not through you. I am disappointed at you, Pastor Chris, saying that nobody should help the poor, your grandmom, your dad with God's tithe. So God, the Almighty God, cannot sort himself. The Almighty God that have the entire world cannot sort himself, except I give him my 10%, my 20%, my 100%. Omo, see, honor. Make can I stop this thing, oh? Make can I stop this thing? People should stop this thing. Tell my people truth. Tell the world truth, oh. Tell the world truth. Ha.